It's Thursday once again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thursday Talks with JJT. And I'm your financial advisor, Jeremy Tan. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the different factors that you need to consider when you buy life insurance. Alright, welcome to Thursday Talks with JJT. This is the very first solo episode of Thursday Talks, so we decided to make a solo episode to dive deeper into the tips for Tuesdays that we posted last Tuesday about the different factors to consider when getting life insurance. So, ano nga ba yung mga factors na kailangan natin isipin or tanungin sa sarili natin or sa advisor natin when we've decided to get life insurance. So when I was 28, I got my first life insurance, and during that time I wasn't really sure why I was getting life insurance. I wasn't sure kung ano ba siya. I didn't understand kung para saan ba siya. And at that time, single ako without any dependents, wasn't even a breadwinner. So, I just got it because I knew the advisor, in-invite ako for a presentation, and kilala ko siya. So, parang nahiya lang ako sa kanya. Not until later when I took the Registered Financial Planners course and immersed myself into insurance business through Philam Life that I understood really the importance and value of life insurance. So, whenever I buy my own personal insurance, I make sure I consider these factors as well. So, ano nga ba yung mga iba't ibang factors? So, first, the very first factor you need to consider when buying life insurance is what is your purpose of buying? As you know, insurance is not really an investment because the main objective of an insurance product is to be your protection. It's a financial protection for you and your family in case of illness, in case of accident, in case of hospitalization, or worst, in case of death. So, hindi mahirap talaga siya i-compare with an investment product like a mutual fund or the stock market. Even yung mga insurance with investments that we call the variable unit link products, it will be difficult to compare them side by side because of that insurance part na wala rin naman yung other products. So ano nga ba yung mga reasons kung bakit ka kumukuha ng insurance? So, what's the purpose of getting insurance? One of the major purpose maybe is to protect your income. Meaning, since we are the breadwinner, we provide for the family. If nagkasakit ako, if na-aksidente ako, or if worst, namatay ako, I wouldn't be able to provide anymore. So, yun ba yung main purpose ko of buying an insurance? So, you have to remember that when you buy insurance, hindi lang rin yan one-time thing lang. So, you can position it in such a way na every insurance you buy would serve a different purpose. Diba? So, first is income protection. I'm buying because I want to protect my income for critical illness. So that means ang pipiliin ko is a product that provides critical illness benefits, diba? Or do I want to protect my income when I die? So that means yung product na pipiliin ko would be something that has higher life coverage and maybe none of the other coverages like critical illness or accident. Pwedeng wala, pwedeng meron if you want to add. Later on, we'll discuss more about the riders. But yun yung mga some yun yung mga reasons kung bakit important to understand the purpose of why you're getting insurance. Another example is if you are, let's say, if maybe ito maraming gusto yung ganito. Like when I talk to clients, ang gusto nila is to build an education fund. So in building an education fund, you need to protect as well your income para in such a way na if may nangyari sa atin, yung money that should have been provided by you to your kids for their studies will be provided rin by the insurance company. So yun nga, is it for protecting the education of your kids? So different purpose, different insurance. So ako personally, I have different insurance and they serve different purpose. I have insurance to protect the education of my kids, and I also have insurance that builds my medical fund. So yun yung Active Health Invest Plus or the or yung mga critical ACP or AIA Critical Protect 100 from Film Life. So I have those para naman magkaroon ako ng protection in case of medical emergencies. Now for education naman, I have different insurance products for replacing my income in case of death. Meron din ako mga different products na kinukuha. Like I have a term coverage, I have life insurance coverage, and of course the life insurance coverage I got, the very first one I got is a life insurance coverage. It's a life insurance focused product. So yun, that's how important purpose is. And from here, crucial din yung purpose in determining the other factors. Okay, so now let's move on to the second factor. The second factor for to consider when you buy life insurance is the amount of life insurance coverage you need and you want, diba? So different purpose would mean that iba-iba rin yung coverage that you would need. So for example, if you're buying insurance for critical illness, how much critical illness protection do you need? Diba? Is it just 500,000? Chances are kulang yon. So you'd have to get yourself covered for more. Diba? So is it 1 million? Is it 2 million? Is it 5 million? So like for cancer, for example, the average treatment in a good hospital would range from 3 to 5 million depending on the severity of your illness. So ganon. Once you understand the purpose, the next question is how much coverage do I need? Another example would be for education. For education, do you just prepare for college, or you want to make sure na insured siya from college, from where she is right now, kunyari grade 4, grade 5 until college. So pag grade 4 siya, then that means meron pa siyang 8 years more before he or she yung child mo reaches college. So you have to get yourself covered para in case na may mangyari sa'yo ngayon, at least the financial benefits of your insurance can go to the educational proceeds of your child, diba? So yun yung second factor, is how much life insurance do you need. Now let's move on to the third factor. The third factor to consider when getting life insurance is what type of insurance do you get. Okay, so there are different types of insurances. Of course, for critical illness and medical emergencies, you get a health insurance. For income protection from death, you get a higher life coverage. So, iba't ibang product, iba't iba rin yung purpose, iba't iba rin yung purpose that they serve. Kaya makikita mo rin that the coverages vary depending on the product. So, may mga products that are high on life coverage, pero low on, let's say, the investment component. Meron mga products wherein you can have a balance of building your fund versus the coverage that you get. So, mas mataas naman yung investment component niya versus the life coverage. So, the type of product depends really on the purpose. Diba? And yun, if let's say you are preparing for education, what type of product would best fit protecting the education of your kids? Do you prefer a variable unit link wherein you are protected and then nabibuild na rin yung fund in just one payment? Or are you more of the do-it-yourself person wherein you buy term insurance, which is the cheapest form of insurance, and then you have other investments naman that you use to prepare for your child's education? So, crucial din yun in terms of determining the type of product. Kasi if you buy a term insurance, it covers you for a certain age lang, certain period, and it is the cheapest one. So understanding these different products is an important factor to determine kung ano ba yung preferred product that you want for the purpose, for your purpose, for your reason kung bakit ka kumukuha ng insurance. So yan. And then also, if if you are protecting your income naman, how much yung coverage that you need to make sure that your family is provided for? Is it for how long do you want them to be provided for? Crucial din yun in determining the amount. So let's say you are earning 1 million a year, and then you want them to be provided for in the next 5 to 10 years. So that means you need to have a coverage of at least 5 million to 10 million. So you have to decide, of course. If we are being practical, chances are hindi rin kaagad you can fill up that 5 million insurance gap or the 10 million insurance gap. Sometimes people combine different products as well to fill that up. So let's say I have some clients that gets a VUL, for example, for their life coverage, pero since medyo mas mahal ang premiums ng VUL, they could, let's say, get just 2 million. The other 3 million, they buy a term insurance muna to augment the 3 million insurance gap. So yun. You can do a combination as well, and being able to understand the options, the product options that you have, will help you decide anong type of combination you can do based on your budget, based on your preference, and based on your goal, right? So that's the third factor to consider when buying life insurance. So what is the fourth factor? Let's move on to the fourth naman, diba? So the fourth factor to consider when getting life insurance would be the riders. Okay? So on top of the main coverage that you get when you buy life insurance, you could add different benefits as well. One of the more popular benefits, for example, is the waiver of premium in case of critical illness or accident. So when it comes to waiver of premium, it means that while you are paying, in case na nagkasakit yung insured or nagkaroon ng accident and then na permanently disabled yung insured, your succeeding premiums would be waived na. So meaning, it is as if the insurance company is paying for your premiums. So So why is this important? For example, kasi let's say you have a regular pay product wherein you pay until age 100, so pay as you need, diba? Habang kailangan mo, you continuously pay, but it's a, let's say, a variable unit link product or traditional insurance product, then if may nangyari dun sa insured, nagkasakit, then let's say on the 5th year, then the remaining of the premiums, hindi mo na kailangan bayaran kasi pag nagkasakit ka, chances are you won't be able to afford paying for your insurance, but at the same time, covered ka pa rin, diba? So these types of riders are very important as well and complementary to the main coverage na meron ka for that insurance. Also, some products you can attach additional coverage. So let's say ang main coverage mo is 1 million, and then but for a certain period, like habang nag-aaral yung anak ko, I want additional coverage na 2 million more. So there are products wherein you can attach a term rider that can cover you for another 2 million. At least all of those products, it's an all-in-one product na. Covered na ako for education, covered ako for the income protection for my daily expenses. So you add that term rider, for example, mako-cover mo na rin yung education of your kids in just one product. You don't have to worry about different products. So yun naman yung advantage nun. And there are also riders that can provide hospital confinement benefits. So do you want this? So we have a product, for example, na Active Health Invest Plus, wherein it covers you for critical illness, life coverage, and accident coverage, but there's an optional rider na hospital confinement. So if your advisor was not able to inform you about this and you didn't ask about what riders that ang meron for the product that he or she is presenting, then baka ma-miss mo yung opportunity of getting a rider such as an optional rider such as an hospital confinement rider. So yun, hospital confinement gives you daily hospital income if na-confine ka sa hospital. So magandang rider din siya, though syempre hindi siya required, optional lang siya. That means you have to ask, or the advisor should have proactively presented that option. So yun ang riders are very important din to complement the coverage, or kung ano yung the main coverage that you have, that you need, diba? So that's the fourth factor to consider when getting life insurance. So ang fifth and final factor that we wrote in considering factor to consider when getting life insurance is, of course, the advisor. So most of the time, people buy not because of the product, not because of course, nandiyan na yung need. There's a need to buy life insurance, but they buy because they trust the advisor. So it is important to make sure that the advisor is there to support you even after the sale is made. Kasi it's a commitment eh. Sabi nga namin as advisor, being an advisor is a lifelong commitment, meaning we should be there to support you until the day our client dies. Kasi minsan, for some of the products of the clients na meron yung clients, policies na meron yung clients, we have to be there pag magki-claim yung family nila, or pag magki-claim sila because of illness. So this after sales support is very important for the client as well. At the same time, within the lifespan of the policy, there would be changes, diba? Clients would want to make changes in their beneficiaries or in their address. So these are minimal or small details that may not be should not really take a long time from the client's routine or time. to make the changes. So it's important that the advisor is there to help you um, process these changes or make it easier. At the same time, the advisors are the most convenient way for you to be able to inquire about your policy. Diba? So minsan clients would not have time to call the call center or go to the business center. So ang importante is that the advisor is there to help you to get these details instead of you spending 30 minutes to an hour waiting at the business center or the call center. So hindi naman lagi kasi mabilis yung response. Let's face it, in any companies naman, hindi lagi mabilis yung response ng call centers or ng business centers. So it's important that the advisor is there to help you para sila na lang yung ma-hassle, kumbaga. So, and advisors shouldn't mind. So me, I don't mind doing these things for my clients. So yun. Those are the 5 factors you need to consider when getting life insurance. Of course, it's not limited to those 5 factors. Meron pang other factors that you might prefer or you might consider, pero those 5 would be a good basis already when you pick your life insurance or your health insurance. At the same time, if you have comments or suggestions on other factors that is important to you, feel free to comment down on the comment section, and maybe we can discuss those as well. Or if you have questions, maybe we'll dedicate an episode wherein we answer your questions as well about insurance, about investments, about personal finance. So yeah, that's it. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Thursday Talks with JJT, and I hope you learned a lot from this session, and I hope you picked some things. And if you are thinking about getting life insurance, please consider these factors. Ask yourself those questions. Ano ba yung purpose ko? How much insurance coverage do I need? What are the options? What are the riders? And which advisor do I get it from? And which company do I get it from? So yun, you ask yourself those questions or ask your advisor those questions, and hopefully, and also get your advisors to help you answer those questions as well. So yun, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you are new, if it's your first time to listen in, please like our page, JJT Premier Financial Services. We post daily, but ang pinaka-consistent talaga is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So we post 3 times, but we're adding more to the post that we make. So we'll post more about personal finance, different things about personal finance. At the same time, you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcast or sa Anchor. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next episode of Thursday Talks with JJT. Bye.